Prove it week, baby. Let's go. Who do you love this week, Jamey?
From the AFC or just in general?
No, just in general.
Oh, Jared Goff start of the week. Expecting a big bounce back game for the Lions as a whole, and back at home after a disappointing loss in the division, another division opponent taking on his former coordinator. Bears on a short week, coming off a disappointing loss as well. I think the Lions will get right in this game. I don't like the fact that Jalen Johnson is practicing for the Bears, so that's going to help their secondary. But I still think that Goff, great history against Chicago, as you probably expect, since he's joined the Lions. And I think we'll see the maybe not the Lions that we're used to seeing, but we'll see the Goff that we're, a little bit more reminiscent of what he was last year. He's not facing Micah Parsons in that defense.
Yeah, I've got Goff back in my top 12. I think I'm still the low guy on him, but still a start for me. I'm really interested because the matchup should be pretty good. I'm really interested. Does that former coordinator thing come into play at all? Are there things Ben Johnson can share with the defense that he knows will bother Jared Goff? That will be kind of interesting this week.
Yeah, so the matchup based on last year wasn't that good because no one threw against the Bears. Their run defense was so bad. So,
one good game, one mediocre game.
Yeah, for Goff. Yeah, Goff. I mean, when he played them down the stretch, Goff was just on fire at that point. Had a huge game. Okay. Someone asked me in email, Goff or Justin Fields. That was a tough one. Who would you guys go with?
I think there's more upside for Fields. So if you want to go that route, that's totally understandable. I think there's a safer play here for Goff. I have Goff ranked, I think, 1 or 2 spots ahead, but to me, they're, if I was doing projections, it would be, very close.
I was sharing some of the lowest over team totals for the week, and the Jets were on there, and people were really surprised by that after how many points the Bills gave up and how many points the Jets scored last week. But it's one game, which is a good thing to keep in mind all week this week. I would go Fields, but it's close.
Okay. Who do you love, Heath?
I'll go with another quarterback, and is ahead for me of both Fields and Goff, and it's Dak Prescott. I think it's a get-right game for Dak Prescott, and especially for CeeDee Lamb after all the talk about the drops last week. Much better matchup against the Giants, much higher implied total for the Cowboys. I thought Dak played really well last week. I expect him to play really well this week and actually get the results.
Actually, that was the email. It was, can you rank Dak Prescott, Justin Fields, and Jared Goff? And how would you rank them?
I think we have complete opposite orders.
I went that order. I went Dak, Field. No, I think I went Dak, Fields, Goff. Yeah.
That's how I have it.
And I have it Goff, Fields, Dak.
But you have Dak high, Jamey, as well?
They're all top 10.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good options this week. Player to avoid, Jamey, who are we sitting this week?
This is probably going to be a strange one to say, but if you can, 3 receiver leagues you're starting without question, but 2 receiver leagues, I would sit Zay Flowers. Coming off his amazing game, and very curious to see how he's going to perform and how Lamar Jackson will lean on him. But he does not have a great track record against the Browns. Yet to score a touchdown in 4 career meetings against them. And in the 4 games, the average is 10 PPR points per game. You're looking at what the Browns just did to the Bengals passing attack and their receiving core of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And so history, recency bias, if you want to call it that, for what the Browns defense just did. I would not say that Zay Flowers must start. So in the start sit column, for example, he's in the bust alert at wide receiver.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Hot take. Zay Flowers. Heath, how about you?
I will go with Aaron Jones. He scored a touchdown last week, so that was awesome. And he's still very good at that in terms of receiving. But he had 11 touches last week to 16 for Jordan Mason. And watching those 2 guys run made you wonder, why would they hand the ball off to Aaron Jones? Because Jordan Mason, to me, just looked so much better as a rusher. And I'm not sure, based on what Atlanta did against the Tampa Bay running backs, that this is a very good matchup. So you might have to flex him, and I'm okay with that. He's a high-end flex for me, but I don't want to start Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones.
Do you want to start Jordan Mason?
He is. I would start if I drafted Jordan Mason as an Aaron Jones handcuff. I would start Jordan Mason over Aaron Jones. Neither one's in my top 24 in full PPR.
Okay. Interesting Sunday night game. Atlanta at Minnesota. Minnesota getting 2 primetime games to start the year. What? Is anyone else getting that? Chargers getting 2? And that's it. Okay. Maybe it's going to be Chargers, Vikings in the Super Bowl. Maybe the NFL knows what they're doing.